I'm in the way, I'm in the rest, I never switch.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah.
Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go! 50, plant! Come on, QB, come on! Hit it!
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And some room to maneuver. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Giants! Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Switch. You draw quarters.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. A gain of 6 there on first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
91. Hey, Duncan. Come. Ready?
Minshew, first and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Joe Mixon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Go. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the screen.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Miles Jack with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, exit. Go. Get it.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
And let's get this. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Defense wins championships, baby.
Ready.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Saquon Barkley. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On the ready. Hey, high 7.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Barkley, and he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Here we go. We play to win. Left.
Here we go. 91.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. The 30. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to break.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jones gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be out right at the 35. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Let's go. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Come on,
the Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
41's coming.
Hey, Haywood.
Get the stop here, D. Check 30.
Ready, set, go.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Ready.
Out of the gun is Minshew. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a 1st-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his 1st interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays and offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his 1st career interception. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2.
Go.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley down to the 25. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Let's go.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Titans Ringo. Titans on Ringo.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Minshew sets to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. It'll be Minshew again. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. A gain there of 21 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Here's Minshew, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Kyle Rudolph. His first touchdown of the new season. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. From the 41, Jones got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Hey, watch the slant.
Here's Jones on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
58, come on. And I'm coming up to you.
From the gun, Jones. And his pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. It's Barkley on the counter. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down now, it's Hunt. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Hey, 2. 57. Mike, 57.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Hey, Orbit. Get it.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Bravo.
Now Minshew. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Minshew, and this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He's got a first down of inside the midfield and finally brought down at the 43. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Like 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
40. Go. 41. Hey, high 7. Ready.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. 36 yards on the play. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A pass there complete to Westbrook. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a throw out to his fullback. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hurry, hurry.
41's the mic. Check 41. Push him back. Push him.
Hey, Charlie.
On second down, Minshew. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
41's the mic.
Come.
The mic. I want that. Give me that ball.
5. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And this one is right down Broadway. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on second down, Jones. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Minshew, 1st and 10. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's good for another Jacksonville.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, let's go. 80 weapon.
Jones now throwing on first down. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Call it a gain of 3, and it's a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 in a first. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. That one complete. He finds Shark. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 41. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. He's going to look deep down, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up a throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Dexter Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Miles Jack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
High 7.
Now Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And that is incomplete here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
He does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
Barkley on 1st down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now, Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just check it.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They'll run with Barkley. And now Barkley stripped of the football. And the Jags grab it. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign I'ma put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad, be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't